Yo, yo, yo. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to another night of Ireland Boys Football Talk. We're happy to be back for our week 6 Sunday night over post game reaction show. We're streaming live from our YouTube page at Ireland Boys Football Talk as well as our Facebook page. And then we'll put the show on Twitter after. Of course, we got our three hosts. We got C Money representing the San Francisco 49ers. We got K Jizzle representing the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm Shreda representing the Carolina Panthers. So today is our post-game reaction show. And by the looks of it, you guys can already tell it's not positive post-game reaction you're going to be getting. Unfortunately, all teams lost. So if you are watching your show, have your 13 and under kids away because I can't control what comes out of people. You
This
get
would
a
be
calm,
a rated R show. This would not be PG-13.
you get a calm, sweetie, talking about the Carolina Panthers because I didn't expect any better. But I can't tell what's gonna come from the other two. But like I said, Philly lost to the Jets, San Fran lost to Cleveland, Carolina lost to Miami. Um, like I always been saying, when you watch the show, please like and hit that subscribe button so you can always keep up to date with us and you can follow us for all the latest news and notes. But yeah, it's not been a good Sunday. I know the guys have a lot to say. But I'll clear the air first. Let me just get mine out of the way because mine is very short. Then you guys can go at your teams after. I didn't expect Carolina to win. I was very, very surprised at the starting of the game. We came out 14-0. We came out, as Shane would see, like one of those NHIA drag racing cars. Shoes out of the gate full speed. But the difference with them NHIA is only a quarter mile. It don't be about 30 laps like a NASCAR. So you only come out for quarter mile, finish the race, and then you still had a whole 3 other quarters because we only performed in the first quarter. And then Miami just decided to put them foot down in. I can't say Miami went free really on the Carolina Panthers, but it was another good showing from Bryce Young. Bryce Young continues to make good decisions. A game he had no interceptions. Unfortunately, the line didn't protect, didn't give him a chance as much. Thielen was a big standout. He had 11 catches, over 100 yards, another touchdown. Chuba Howard played well, 19 rushes, 8 yards, a touchdown. Way better than Miles Sanders. So I mean, all positives coming out from Bryce Young, but the team overall, we're decimated by injuries on defense. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. All teams have it, but we do have a lot of injuries. And when you have none of your two starting safeties, none of your starting corners playing against Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, you are going to get killed. We had 0 pass rush. It wasn't good. After a while, the Dolphins just started to play, and you can tell, like I was telling Shane earlier today, no matter how good of a fight we put up, the Panthers and the Dolphins are not in the same category. As one person tweeted, we are a puppy compared to the Dolphins. So we are a puppy in a dog kennel. So that is very true. Talent wise, we are way behind the Dolphins. They have talent on all 3 levels of each side of the football. That's something that the Panthers don't have. And the other thing about it is, what's the head coach name? I just keep saying Josh. Is Josh? That's his name? What
Which
what
head coach? Head coach of who?
what the Dolphins head coach name?
Mike
Mike
McDaniels.
Mike
Mike
McDaniel.
McDaniels, right? So Mike McDaniels has constructed the offense to play to our strengths. There's speed all around. There's playmakers all around, from the running backs to the wide receivers to the tight ends to do all types of stuff. Vic Fangio, a veteran defensive coordinator, is handling the defense, and it's a very even keel team, real explosive team. The Panthers need to do stuff like that. Yeah, like I said it last week. If Thielen got 11 catches and your second receiver, which was Chalk, only got 3 catches, something is wrong. Thielen at 33 should not have to be doing all the work. Bryce Young missed Chark twice down the field, but still, there's only one receiver out there. We ran the ball pretty good, but after you started go down by 21, you're not gonna run the ball as much. Defensive was like I said, personnel, we're not good. And that falls on the GM. And I do hope the GM. Sorry to say, I was a Federer fan, but I said something when we drafted Federer. We interviewed, changed them vice president of player personnel, Adam Peters, and I couldn't understand why we wouldn't sign Adam Peters as the head coach. We in the way that San Fran constructed their roster. Why would you not sign Adam Peters as the GM? We went with Federer based on his how the Legion of Boom was built and all those late round success thing. But his track record for drafting has been horrid. It's been putrid. Just a disgrace. So what the Panthers there. So Scott Federer and the entire scouting department need to go. The only good thing I can say coming forward is I don't have to worry if the Panthers lose next week. I ain't playing. That's the only good thing about it. But this is the time I guarantee Monday or Tuesday you will see changes in Carolina via trades, via let go, via demotion. If I come on this show Tuesday night, a matter of fact, if I don't see any change by Tuesday night, nobody look for me Tuesday night to go on this show. Because if I don't see something change in Carolina by Tuesday night, I ain't coming on the show. That's dead serious.
The machine the far.
Or even that got to be worse. Because I don't know what is going on. But some change in the personnel, some change in the coaching, some change in the front office. Something is going to happen before by next week, when Tuesday, Wednesday. I guarantee it. Something is going to happen. We're in the bye week. So it is going to happen. But again, this season is basically a wash. I don't know why Frank Reich is still calling plays, because if his goal is to give Thomas Brown, the offensive coordinator, the play calling, he should just do it now and let him and Frank and Bryce Young do what they gotta do. But I don't know. I don't ever think Frank Reich coming back next year. To be honest, how's it looking? He may be the coach to get fired after one season, because the fan base is absolutely disgusted by everything, and they've lost faith in the team. And I know David Tepper ain't like what he's seeing right now. I ain't saying we're a playoff team. Ain't no way the Panthers supposed to be the only winless team in the NFL. So something gonna happen. I can feel it. But the key for it is how Bryce Young has been doing. Played much better today. Very high completion percentage, 220 yards, something around there. A touchdown, no picks. Made some very good throws. Very, very good throws. Very, very good accuracy. But again, the line didn't really help him out. And then sometimes I would just like to see him, when he scrambles, don't scramble lateral. Scramble forward. Go forward. Sometimes you may have to run for a few yards. I think his eyes is always down the field. He wants to make plays, but sometimes just take your yards. It happens. But we're not doing a good job of scheming people. I watched something today where they showed the separation between cornerback and wide receiver. Tyreek and Jalen Waddle was close to 4 yards in separation. I don't know which quarterback will be successful if Bryce Young has 2.2 yards from Thielen and 2.1 yards from DJ Chark, 1.7 yards from Mingo, and 1.5 yards from for Horse. That means you have to be, as we call it in Madden. You know, Madden got that X factor, what they call by that dead eye. Something like that. You gotta be dead eye accuracy if you ain't getting no separation. So, like I said, I really didn't have much to see, because I expected the result. Like I said, I was shocked it was 14-0, which means we didn't come and just lead them. But eventually we lead them, because it was just a little fight. But it happens. My season is over, so I'm just looking at Bryce Young as it is. But the team is going to be different heading down, because I don't know. Jeremy Chin hasn't been playing much, which means they probably hold him because they're going to trade him. Said Dante Jackson's on the block. I don't know what's going to happen with Brian Bones. I don't know what's going to happen with Terrace Marshall. So there's a lot of stuff coming that the Panthers going to experience some change. And it is what it is at this point, because 0-6, After the boy, we got Houston, Indianapolis, Chicago. What do you think? 0-3? I think we're going 0-3 on them.
Say that again now.
Houston, Indianapolis, and Chicago. What are we doing? 0-3? The Panthers going 0-3?
Maybe a little bit Indianapolis if they get back healthy a little bit.
So you mean to say we can't beat the Stroud stuff?
Nah, Shaw playing ball. No, you can't beat. I ain't beating Shaw.
So we can't beat the Justin Fields stuff?
Nah.
KG, where are we going? What our record is against them next year opponents?
I don't know. Don't ask him. I got over my next year opponents.
So you can't give me a prediction on the Panthers one.
Why are you playing?
The Texans, the Colts, and the Bears.
They got a chance of beating the Bears.
Just them.
Yeah, I said 2-1.
So you're saying we can't go 3-0?
I didn't think it was 3-0. 2-1.
Well, I'll tell you guys, we will ride the Texans. You remember I say that? We will ride the Texans because they're angry. And if you don't,
I take
well,
an
I
answer.
expect you to ride the Falcons, but
no, that's the first game of the season.
I thought it'd be a Falcons too.
The first game of the season, I couldn't expect that. But we will ride the Texans. You remember, mark it down, Streety, and week 6 post-game reaction. We will ride the Texans. So, there you have it. I like I said, choose. I'll probably talk a little more about the Panthers. My post-game reaction isn't an overreaction. It's just factual based on how the Panthers season is gone. So, 0-6. Can't really do anything. But we got rid. So, we got ridden today. Speaking of ridden, we had 2 other teams that took a backseat today to the riding time too. So, I don't know which one y'all want to start, but good luck on the show because I know I really got much to see from here on out. So, whichever one of y'all want to go right ahead.
Go first. I gotta talk about the good first before I get into the bad. Straight, you need to step forward into the camera. You're flashing like Casper the Ghost.
That's because I really don't want people to see that I'm a Panthers fan. I kind of hiding in Nook.
So we travel into Cleveland to play the number 1 vaunted defense. And the game was tight the whole time. I think our defense played well. I'll give my defense an A in this, not an A+, but I give them an A in this game. They played well. They intercepted PJ Walker a couple of times. They sacked him a couple of times. They held them to 19 points. 19 points. Most of that was field goals. They did well. But the offense was atrocious. The offense was sloppy. The offense couldn't move the ball. They couldn't stop the blitz. The receivers couldn't get open. The receivers were dropping balls. Purdy was off target. Running backs couldn't get no room to run. The offense was just ugly. It wasn't what we expect from the 49ers. I don't know if we got a coach, if we got too fancy. I don't know. But, it's like we had some injuries, but I don't think the injuries were significant. I'm going to put it on that. On the offense side, Debo went down, but we played a game without Debo before, and we thrived. McCaffrey went down late, but we got depth at running back where we could thrive. I mean, you went to Brandon Ayuk and was incomplete to Brandon Ayuk numerous times. One was his fault, others was just off targets. And you really never even look at Kittle way. It's like, you're telling me that Kittle can't go open? Now, kudos to the Bronx defense because they were playing a nasty press man coverage and sending blitz at the same time, and we still couldn't get he just couldn't get enough time to make a hot read. And I think the hot read was either going to be McCaffrey or Kittle, but they were locked down as well. And I don't know if it's Kyle not making an adjustment. Kyle looked like we came out in the third quarter and we just flattened in the third quarter too. It's like we came out, their first drive, they went on the field and kicked a field goal. Our first drive, punt. And it ain't all the fault of Kyle either because we had, one drive I see a hole back up 15 yards. And then after that, a false start, back up 5 yards. Now we first and 20. That makes no sense. We didn't play like a team that's supposed to be the number one team in the NFL or supposed to be tied with the number one team in the NFL. We like went down to play against our opponent. We look like hot garbage today on offense. For a team that's supposed to be a super power offense, we just look like hot garbage. And it just don't make no sense. Why? You know, we try to throw the ball, can't hit the targets. Okay, it's raining, fine. In a rain game, you want to throw the ball slipping, okay, run the ball. We run the ball, we ain't getting no push. The offensive line, I think, got dominated by the Cleveland defensive line today. They were sending blitzes, and we weren't counting for people coming over. I didn't really think I saw anyone really getting beat, but I think when they send the blitz, we weren't picking up the blitzes correctly. I don't know if the running backs weren't picking them up, the tight end wasn't picking up, somebody wasn't picking up, but Purdy was running for his life all game, basically. Had to run out of the pocket, throw the ball on the move, and then he was just off target too. You know, then also have the ball look like he ain't getting no good spiral. If it ain't getting no spiral, wipe it off. He got towel. Somebody got towel. Wipe off something. Do something. It just wasn't making no sense to me. Why we come in. The game should have never been that close. Not against no damn PJ Walker. We pick him off twice, goddammit. He wasn't doing nothing offensive in the air. He had one good pass on the field. Cooper had to go up in mass wide to get the pass. That's the one good pass he had all game. Other than that, it was just prayers, and then we pick him off twice. But our offense was so stagnant that we couldn't do anything. So I kind of glad because this going to quell the narrative in the media to talk about, oh, Purdy elite this, oh, Purdy elite that. He lost. And he threw a first interception today. So that's two things that everybody waiting for him to do, and he did it this week. Okay, clap, he did it. Let's move on. I just think that we need to play. We can't be playing to a team down like that and offense come up there. I can expect the defense to struggle. You know, out of most parts, I expect the defense to struggle, but not the offense. Too much powerhouses, too much weapons, too much offensive-minded coaching on that offense to struggle to only put up 17 points against the damn Cleveland Browns. Granted, they got a number one defense in the league. Granted. And it showed today. The defense tight. For somebody to play man defense against our offense, our receivers, our weapons that we have, and hold us just to 17 points, I think they need a clap on the back for that. I ain't gonna really cost like that, but I'm disappointed in the way how the offense came out. And I hope not to see that offense come out like that again after this week.
But you got bash the Shanahan?
Run back to me.
Oh, what is shit? Where was he? Why he make a lot of adjustments come out in the second half?
I done said that already.
Oh, what is?
I done said already. He make the adjustments come out in the second half. He came out flat. But again, when the game came, when he came out, penalty, holding. Next one, foul start. The same series right after next. Now you got a coach got to come up and say, okay, we first and 20, let's go from there. Against that defense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we were putting some spots that were just garbage. They got kicker. Our kicker who's Money Moody they call him. The man missed 2 field goals. One being the game winner.
You might gotta get it back. I have money.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I ain't gonna put all that Shanahan. He'll put it in the situations you gotta execute. Again, you have to execute. Brandon Ayuk down the field. Put hit it in stride. Hit him in the hands. Drop the ball. I can't put that on Shanahan. The only thing I put on Shanahan is that I still the cost Shanahan because I just don't see that aggressiveness in him. I just don't see when he does get fuck it, let's go.
Usually proper adjustments.
You know what I'm saying? Ayuk down there somewhere, that kind of mentality.
You see that proper adjustments against that press man coverage.
I didn't see that, no. I didn't see it. They're pressing. Let's go run some screens. I didn't see that. Let's run some freaking double rows. I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? But again, Paul didn't have time in the pocket. All day long, it was pressure. When he had time in the pocket, they dropped the passes. Ugly game. I think he had like a 60-something% completion rate this game. With that interception, 3 sacks.
All right.
We can't leave that trend follow. We got Minnesota next week. We travel to Minnesota. We got Minnesota next week with no Justin Jefferson. I can't see us going into that same trend next week with this nonsense. We got to get back on stride, bounce back, and go back to 30 points a game.
Minnesota ain't doing a damn thing next week.
We'll
I
see.
mean, I know it's the NFL, but if Minnesota ain't doing a damn, especially without Justin Jefferson.
I had us in our off-season prediction. I had us winning this game. This was not one of my 3 losses. This was not one of my 3 losses. But I'll take it because we won last week. That was one of my losses last week. So I'll take this one as my last. And then we need to go on to win it. That's all I got to do, my friends. I know everybody gonna rip them up, but I just glad my partner over here helped me take the media off my back a little bit.
Did you got anything on the 49ers game?
I just think Kyle Shanahan could have been a little bit more
Aggressive
instead of play calling, instead of coming out. Because it seemed like the game plan didn't change regardless whether you lost McCaffrey or even Debo. The game plan was regular. He didn't try to. You didn't see much motion with the wide receivers, as you saw early in the season. You saw Jim Schwartz playing press man coverage, being running blitz. You didn't see the blitz beaters. You didn't see certain coverage beaters. I would put it more on Kyle Shanahan because he's a more seasoned veteran offensive coordinator who's been in this league long enough, who's coached a bunch of quarterbacks, who's seen a lot of defensives, a lot of defense, who's seen a lot of coordinators call certain plays again at the same time. So for the simple fact that he didn't even come up with a proper game plan in the second half, knowing that you're not going to have McCaffrey, knowing that you're not going to have a Debo, but you still had a Kittle, who's one of the best tight ends in this league. You still had a Ayuk, who's a very good receiver in this league. You still had Jawan Jennings. You still had that good offensive link. I think Trent Williams came back, and you still couldn't find ways to come up with a play to beat that offense. I mean, to beat that defense. I think kind of says something about Kyle Shanahan too at the same time. But I think he still has another couple games to fix a few things. But I think that knowing the weakness of Porde, I think I said this early in the season. For you to beat Porde is to do what? Play press coverage, and bring pressure. And you side. And for some reason, Kyle Shanahan side from the start to the finish and never did make the adjustment. Regardless whether you had Christian McCaffrey or not, regardless whether you had Debo Samuel or not, you never did try to make the adjustment. I put the last on Porde. I mean, yes, Ayuk drop a few catches, but you as the season veteran, as a head coach, as a season play caller, as a head coach, you should have had the right adjustment, the right play call at times to put your team in the right position to either get a first down or get into a point to where you get in the red zone, get a field goal, or even get a touchdown. You didn't take I don't understand some of these coaches, but you didn't seem to take advantage of the adjustments of the weakness of the other team's defense. And you can hear me talk about the Eagles just now.
I agree what you're saying, because now that you mention it, I didn't see the motions.
You didn't see the motions.
I didn't see it. I didn't see the motions, the trickery, not even trickery, the feeling out to leave Porde realize what coverage is going on, moving man in motion, sliding this person that way.
But that happened to the play action.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
But that happened sticking with the run the football.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
What happened to the bootlegs? Getting caught up in space, the quick throws, the no huddles, and stuff like that.
So I don't know what he want today. I really didn't know what he want. I really didn't see it. Now that you mentioned, I really didn't see that movement in the backfield, that confusion, trying to make the defense confused. I didn't see it. So I don't know. I don't know if he felt that he had something up his sleeve or what, but I don't know. It ain't what. I just didn't see it.
So that's it for me for the 49ers. I know Shitty got anything.
I mean, I ain't really got nothing to say about it now. It's still in overreaction mode. The thing I take from it is that to all the sloppy play and lack of execution, they were a field goal away from still winning. that's how the thing about it is good teams battle through adversity. Wasn't the best of days for San Fran, but they were a field goal away from winning the game. Moody just missed. And good teams can always put themselves in positions to win even when team the best day. So I really ain't got much to say. It's just you don't want injuries to certain players. That's the thing with San Fran. I think hopefully McCaffrey injury in serious because that's a I think to me in my eyes that's a big blow. Bigger blow than probably a Debo in a Ayuk. But we'll discuss that on Tuesday. But right now just making sure the injuries ain't severe. Cause I know Debo was out of the game for a shoulder and then I think McCaffrey was oblique.
Oblique, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that kind of is the main thought right now. But on Tuesday when we do our 3 questions, 3 answers, I'll probably have more to say then. But I mean, San Fran still had a chance to win it, even though it was not typical Friday night game. But luck wasn't in there. Just the luck of the kick wasn't in their favor.
Can't go into a game. Can't go into a game with luck. That shit don't make sense.
Yeah,
That game with lucky.
that's the problem. Sometimes somebody could kick you down your throat, or Moody did the other way, kick it out your mouth, kick it the other way. So eh, on to the next one. I ain't really got much to say on San Fran. All right, we shift it over to the crazy man now. Let me put on my mic some my.
You really want me to talk about this stupid game?
Well, it's your post game reaction. You say whatever you want. You go right ahead. I'll mute my headset. Look.
Well, a game that you should have won against this New York, New Jersey Jets, the Zach Wilson Jets. And this is
You know the off season. I went back to my off season list. You mark this as an L.
regardless.
I just want to know that.
That was with Aaron Rodgers.
I just want.
But that was with Aaron Rodgers, though. I
That
know
was
why
with
he
Aaron
marked it.
Rodgers.
Hey, I just know he got it marked as an L in this one. That's all I'm saying.
No. That was with
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers to rate him.
That was with Aaron Rodgers. But you had Zach Wilson playing. Listen to this. You had 24 first downs. The Jets had 17. You lost the game. You went 7 for 14 on third downs. The Jets went 2 for 11 on third down. You lost the game. You had 348 total yards. The Jets had 244 total yards. You lost the game. This is where you lose the game. You had 4 turnovers. The Jets had none. 0. Imagine this. Zach Wilson came into a game against a defense like the Eagles, and they had 0 turnovers. None. That's unacceptable. Jalen Hurts, I don't know what you were doing in this game because you had 3 picks. Unacceptable. That's horrible. He was looking like a tier 5 quarterback. I don't know where he was. I don't know if he was back in Texas and Houston eating chicken bones and scraps. I don't know what he was doing. But he looked horrible in this game. Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson. You came out. I understand that there was no Sauce Gardner. I understand that there was no DJ Reed. The 2 starting corners on the outside. But you couldn't come up with that game plan to incorporate Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. You couldn't find ways to get those guys involved. I understand you want to get AJ Brown involved because he's an explosive wide receiver too. But you also have another explosive wide receiver in Devontae Smith. You also have an explosive wide receiver in explosive tight end in Dallas Goedert. Devontae had 5 catches for 44 yards. I think Dallas Goedert had 4 catches for 44 yards. I think it should have been more. I think AJ Brown had 7 for 131. I can guarantee you, if you check the stats, he probably had 10, 15 targets. Where was you taking advantage of the mismatches in the passing game? It can't just be AJ Brown. Because teams will understand what's going on. They will adjust and they'll put certain coverages to make you get confused a little bit. Where was the run game? Where was the run game? Where was the creativity in the run game? DeAndre Swift had, at one point, DeAndre Swift had, I think in the first half, DeAndre Swift had 6 carries for 4 yards in the first half. He ended up finishing the game with 10 carries for 18 yards. Jalen Hurts had 8 carries for 47 yards. And those are unscheduled plays. Him getting out of the pocket and trying to be creative and make certain plays for the offense. But again, there was no creativity with the offense. You started off, you scored 14 points in the first half. You finished the game with 14 points, which means that you didn't even get in the red zone to even try to score a touchdown. You didn't even try to make the adjustments after what the Jets were trying to do on defense. You just came in and just say, okay, we're going to win this game regardless, so we're going to just throw the football and maybe run down one again. It can't work like that. You have to find ways to make the proper adjustments and run the football. You have a DeAndre Swift. Use him. He's a perfect weapon you can use. Yes, you use him in the passing game. But what happened to the run game? You forgot to run the football. Establish the run game. Lane Johnson got injured. He left out the game. That's no excuse. Find ways to get your team in the right position to get positive yardage, to get positive plays. Simple. Don't have to make it complicated. I understand that the Jets are a good defense, yes. They have a good defensive line, yes. They have good linebackers, yes. But you are also a good offensive coordinator too. Nick Sirianni, I put more blame on you than Brian Johnson. Because this is your offense. There's no reason why you had no injuries on the offense. There was no injury from AJ Brown. He played good, yes. But there was no injury from Dallas Goedert. There was no injury from Devontae Smith. There was no injury from DeAndre Swift. There was no injury from Kenneth Gainwell. Whatever happened to Quez Watkins in the offense too as well? What happened to attacking down the field too? Where was your beaters at times? Where was
Quez, you got an injury reserve?
Huh?
Quez, you got an injury reserve?
I never got an injury reserve.
I think so. I see something today say he got an injury reserve.
He wasn't injured last week, so I don't know. That probably just a
I see something that say
he ain't injured last week. He didn't do shit last week.
I
understand how you got injury reserve. I probably get tired of he. But like I said before, where are your coverage beaters? This is what I've been saying from the beginning of the season. You are not giving me coverage beaters. I'm not seeing coverage beaters. You might see them now and again at times when they come to the blitz, but I'm not seeing certain coverage beaters. You have to get better. You are going up against the Dolphins next week. The Commanders, that might help you out a little bit. The Cowboys, that might help you out a little bit. But after that, you have the boy. Then you have the Chiefs. A veteran quarterback who's very good. A great quarterback. You're going against the Bills. A great quarterback. You're going up against the 49ers. A great offensive coordinator. You're going up against the Seahawks. Some great offensive weapons. And a good head coach too at that.
Yeah, he got an thing.
Ficky. But you have to find ways. You have to find ways to put your players in certain positions to be successful. You can't come out there. You went for a whole second half and you scored 1 point. 1 freaking point on offense. So you're telling me you couldn't come up with a decent game plan to at least score 1 touchdown? 1? Yes, your kicker missed a field goal. I think he missed 1 field goal earlier. Yes, he missed a field goal. But still, you couldn't get in a red zone. This is what I'm saying. Our red zone offense, our shot, the other offense other than the damn stupid push tush, Philly brotherly love, or whatever the bullshit it is. You can't get a proper first down. This is what I was saying early in the season. We got to develop habits of creating the right plays, creating the right adjustments to be successful on certain downs, on certain plays. Because guess what? When you develop these habits, when you get to a tight position, a tight spot, you can't make the adjustments because you don't know how to. And that's how you lose games. So next year and Brian Johnson, you better get back to the damn drawing board and figure something out. Figure it out now. Because the goal is to get back to the bowl where you was last year. That's the goal. The goal ain't to get the playoffs and win a champion, get the championship game and lose again. All of us had enough of that as Philly fans. We've seen enough. Our goal is to get back to the Super Bowl and win it. So make the proper adjustments now. Jalen Hurts, I don't understand when you be seen on the field. I don't understand what you're looking at. I don't know. You had 3 stupid interceptions, trying to make a play. You don't have a Dan Marino arm to make certain plays like that. You can't force a ball in certain spots. Settle yourself, read the field, pick your spots, and throw the football. Get it to the right receiver. You don't have to force it. Take your check downs. That last interception that he threw to Dallas Goedert. You can see that ball wasn't going to make it there. You could have done tell. He wasn't going to make it there. He threw the ball late. It's either throw the ball away to live another down, take the sack sometimes, or even take a check down. You look at Carson Wentz, I should say, making bad throws. You're looking horrible this year. I think he had what? I think he has what, a league. He has a season high of 7 interceptions right now. Last year he only had 2. You're being very indecisive of what you're doing on the field. He's been very indecisive as a quarterback right now. I expect better from Jalen Hurts. A whole lot better as a quarterback.
So you would have taken a Goff-like quarterback today?
Today, yes. I'd take a Goff-like quarterback.
Okay.
Because there's no way. Because I'm gonna go back and look at the film, and I'm sure at times Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert was open and he missed them. I could tell you in this game, I'm sure he was looking at the field correctly in this game.
Especially not having especially the Jets not having them top 2 cornerbacks.
Exactly.
I can understand with Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed there. Well,
That's a two top cornerbacks.
But the Jets also have a real good front.
But that's what I think. That's where the downfall went. You know, I mean, KG, not watching the game, I listening to him. You know, you hear the 2 starting corners out. I think the offensive coordinator started to salivate, and he come out and said,
corners out and only one receiver dominated the game.
Right, and then they come out the gates and he, swinging the ball. I think in that game, how many carries Swift had?
10.
That's 10 carries. 10 carries.
10 carries is not enough.
It's not enough.
You should have at least 50 to 20 carries a game.
Right, 20 carries if you're trying to manage your loan, but
exactly.
30 carries at least in a game. Any running back should have at least 30 carries in a game, 25 to 30 carries in a game. And I think
how much the running backs had in total?
The running backs.
Exclude Hurts.
14 carries.
14 carries.
Not enough.
So 4 from Gainwell and 10 from Swift?
No. 2 for Gainwell, 10 for Swift, and 2 for Boston Scott.
Yeah, 2 for Scott. Yeah.
And how much time Jalen Hurts run?
8.
So you trying to tell me a team that dominated the time of possession,
in one game,
only had 14 rushes for the running back?
Exactly.
I don't know.
I can understand that the Jets got a strong front with Quinnen Williams in them, but only 14 rushes.
This is what I'm saying.
Something went out with these offensive.
How much time Jalen Hurts threw the ball?
45.
So 45 compared to
22 rushes. So take
22.
away 8.
No, I
No.
Jalen Hurts one.
If you had Jalen Hurts, it's 22 rushes.
So far, if I compare the 22, that's not
Right.
a good ratio at all.
Not a good ratio. This is what I'm saying.
Especially for a game that close. You'd see that when you're getting blown up. You got to pass. But now a game that went all the way down to the wire, it should be like that.
Why the hell do you have to come out starting the football game passing
Ooh, what a true.
passing the fucking football? Why you can't run it? Why do you have to start off establishing passing the damn football? Run the football. I've been saying it from the start of the season. The staple of your offense should be the run game.
I think it'll be much better with Lane Johnson out though. Actually,
You
gonna
better
be
run the
harder.
football some damn more because Jack Juicer look like he can't block.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't
can't
gonna be
pass
that
block.
easy.
He's not good at pass blocking, but he's good at run blocking. So run the damn football. This was a horrible game from the offense. Horrible. This is an F game from the offense. A F. A F minus, you can see. And defense,
You can't get F minus.
F fucking minus. F fucking minus. You can't come and there score 14 points and don't score nothing in the damn second half. F freaking minus.
How about your quarterback come out 1 for 5 in the whole third quarter?
That too. F freaking minus for he.
That shit.
F minus for everybody. Because the fact that your quarterback did that is relating from your offense. And your offensive coordinator and your head coach. It's predicated off of that.
The offenses were atrocious today. From the two teams in the league that's supposed to be the stellar of the NFL, it was atrocious today. I ain't even lie to you. My offense was freaking atrocious.
And defense, you didn't fluster Zach Wilson a shit. He didn't make one errant pass a shit. He didn't make one turnover a shit. Yeah, you had 5 sacks. But that 5 sacks ain't related to a damn turnover. You held the defense up, you held the offense up a little bit, but still, there was no way that Zach Wilson just should have scored 20 points. I don't give a shit of who they got out there. They're gonna amateurs out there.
Well, basically, if you give them, if you just give them the ball, then what you expect gonna happen?
If you give them a ball on shot fields, yes, that's understandable.
Exactly.
But still,
They didn't have to own it. For we always know turnovers create winning matchups for teams. Can't turn over the ball. Don't matter who the quarterback is on the other side. 4 turnovers to 0 turnovers. That ain't a recipe for success.
but Jalen Hurts, you better fix it. Next week, you're going against the Jalen Hurts next year and then Brian Johnson. Fix it. A big FIX, capital letters, and a big IT, capital letters. Fix it. Because next week, you're going against the Dolphins. They will put up at least 28 unanswered points at some point. They will. They will put up 20 plus unanswered point at some point.
You're going against Free Relay.
So
them fellas gonna run up with them.
Fix it. Find ways to control the line of scrimmage again on offense. Find ways to create the right mismatches on offense again. Find ways to get your playmakers in the right position on offense again.
And then look at this shipness next week, Sunday night. It's Dolphins and the Eagles.
I don't want to see this bullshit now.
Monday night is the Niners and the fucking.
I ain't in for this nonsense now.
That what it is next week?
That what it is next week, man.
I think I know Sunday night show next week. Got the Panthers ain't playing either. But that's all wins for we out here.
So like I said before, fix capital F, capital I, capital X, capital I, capital T.
So the Vikings and 49ers on Monday night.
And the Eagles and the Dolphins on Sunday.
And Dolphins. Hey, don't leave free. Will it jump up out there on Sunday night, and that's it for you after that.
But if we lose to the Dolphins, that's it. I ain't putting none of this.
He said
I ain't
that's
putting
it.
none of this.
I can't.
I put
Listen,
now. I put
when
Two
now
losses.
white shot.
Two losses.
Yo,
I put now white shot.
when Tuesday 3 answers come, then I the question done there, the question done in. For what I got asked, KG, what we gonna see, cause he got a little too overboard here.
We
that for
don't
one
lose
game,
to teams in this fashion.
I agree.
You don't lose to teams in this fashion. I understand if you lost the game to a tough a tip pick, you drive down the field, the quarterback fumble and the other team recover, them score and a Hail Mary or something about nonsense or whatever the thing is. But for the simple fact that you didn't make the right adjustments, you didn't come up with the right coaching plan and against this team, that's the issue I have.
But are you sure picking basically give him the game?
Give him the game.
But that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's saying that is what killing. Like
This is what killing me.
my last was we drive on the field, put the position in the hands of the kicker, and the kicker missed the kick. Okay, I guess that shouldn't happen. I guess. But hey, when I see that coach crazy, but when we were watching the game, I turned on his game after because he game was the closest game left. And when I think Brees Hall scored real fast, KG, right? Remember? He scored real fast. And the Philly defenders, you watch the game, the Philly defenders were just like two-hand touching him. And he wouldn't go down, he'll even run the end zone. A minute and 5-something seconds left.
A minute 5-6.
I say, yo, that's too much time for Hutz.
A minute 5-6 and 2 time much left.
Yeah, I said that's too much time for Hutz. Next thing you know, I had KG Barlow. Look at Hutz. By the time I get to this, my stream catch up, Hutz threw a pick. And it wasn't a pressured pick. It wasn't an errant. I don't know what I can say it's an errant throw. I don't know, but it was just a straight up pass into the defender hands. You want the pressure? He want the pressure?
Yeah, you want the pressure.
So how much credit we give Salah then?
I give Salah a lot of credit. I give Salah that defense.
But okay, you see that. Well, that's the point I'm trying to make. I understand what KG say. We can't lose. We're not a team that loses like this. But then give Salah the credit. That's why they end up losing there. It's for the same reason I could probably look and ask Shane, how much credit we give Jim Schwartz in this game?
I got Schwartz credit.
Yeah,
So that's the thing. So I can't go there and say like how KG said we can't lose games like this. I might probably have to say give credit to Salah. Because Salah know what he was up against.
Yeah, but the difference is
he played well.
But the difference is the Fardiners had an injured Debo, injured Christian McCaffrey. The only injury we had on offense was Lane Johnson. That was it. We didn't have a Devontae Smith injured. We didn't have a AJ Brown injured. We didn't have a Dallas Goedert injured. We didn't have a Jalen Hurts injured. We didn't have a DeAndre Swift injured.
But no, the thing about it is though is you see the thing with the 49ers, and I'm gonna wait until Tuesday because I think that's the question for Tuesday. The 49ers can't go into the game and expect that everybody can just come out unscathed. Sometimes you get injuries during the game, and it's up to the coaching and them to adjust to what you have.
And that's why. And that was talked about in the game. There's contingency plays or plan for when people go down. You have to have that.
And that's what I mean. That's why I say I ain't gonna get into it too much because I know one of the questions. I know the question that's coming for San Fran, which why I get into it today. But again, from both of your games, I giving credit to the Shane. You could say it, but I don't want to say it. He just don't want to say it. The fan sometimes. But I'm gonna give credit to Salah. I don't give credit to Jim Schwartz because like as Shane said, we've never seen Porter look how he look. Okay, all the games he start, whether people drop passes or what's not. Schwartz and them had a plan and they executed. No matter if they had hit the field goal and win by 1, they had a plan because we sit here already and say ain't no time. Brock Porter should have a game that he threw under 150 yards in there. You remember when we talk about that here? We talk about with Brock Porter with all them weapons and what's not. Yeah, injuries, yeah, I can understand that. But we sat here on a show already and say we can't see Brock Porter having a game like that. The offense does jail too well, and Shanahan, I give Shanahan all that credit. Well, he just had a stinker game. And as Shane said, he threw picks, he had a stinker game, he wasn't accurate, he missed throws. So that I can basically say, well, Schwartz did a very good job of scheming up things. This is the same thing as I say. Well, Salah probably realized, okay, my two cornerbacks out. They're gonna want to throw. Cause the front strong. But I ain't gonna give them that time to expose our third and fourth cornerback. I gonna have to do stunts, I gonna have to throw some blitzes on and get Jalen Hurts a little uncomfortable. So said, so done. Cause he threw 3 picks. You don't normally hear Jalen Hurts throw 3 picks. It happens. And to my side of it, two of your teams are the two best teams in the NFC. So I can't bash your team after one game, but what I'll do is give credit to the opposition because they probably just had a hell of a game plan that actually executed. Because I guarantee next week, a lot I feel for the Vikings, I might have to trade the whole team next week. The final might be the Vikings fighting nothing next week. How angry they might be. I can't say that about Philly because I'm playing Free Willy. Free Willy gonna come out there and go. Free Willy putting up about 40 points next week. I don't know, KG gonna have to keep up next week with Free Willy.
I don't see Free Willy putting 40 points up on it.
You crazy? That Free Willy team ain't no punkin' that shit.
Not 40 though. I don't tell KG and Free Willy run other things so somebody get hit in the mouth, eh?
Wow. So how much points do you think they must put up?
24, 27.
They're putting up over 30 points next week.
I don't see.
We'll see. They're gonna put up over 30.
I don't see
over 30 points. Because I ain't just saying it because of Tua and how they're playing, but that damn Mike McDaniels is a bad man.
No, the offense is very explosive.
That guy, Shane, I watched something. That man fake a quarterback sneak. Who the hell a fake a quarterback sneak? But it didn't work. Had him throw the ball backwards in the running back and he didn't catch it. But who the hell a fake a quarterback sneak? The monk motions that man run and man running this way and this way. That Mike McDaniels it's the same thing. You know how we say Shanahan will make the game easy for Purdy? But Mike McDaniels making that game easy for what you call it, for Tua. And it definitely helps when you got Tyreek Hill who can run past anybody full speed. And then Jalen Watt. The thing is, only Tyreek and Jalen Watt, Berrios is the slot. And Berrios will get open just as much as them, but he just walking all underneath routes. And then Mostard run crazy today. Well, the Panthers suck. But Mostard could do what he could do when he ready. Tua, you got 2 different game activities next week. The Vikings ain't got no damn test of the fight. If I were the fight now, the Vikings put up more than 15 points, I'd make everybody run sprints, especially without Justin Jefferson. But ain't no way that another team could scheme what they scheme today. As CNC, you play the number 1 defense. They're the number 1 defense for a reason because they got some high-level players, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. When you take, and the crazy thing is what I think Shane had said, or KG had said, Denzel Ward didn't even shadow Ayuk. He didn't even try to shadow Ayuk. He just covered that side of the field and make the rest of the other side of the field work. Because Denzel Ward didn't travel with Ayuk at all. Ayuk dominate on the left side of the field, but Denzel Ward was holding on the other side. But they got good defense, so you got to give credit to them. Same thing with the Jets. We talk about Aaron Rodgers, but that defense was going to play a big part this season for the Jets as well because they built that defense to succeed. And I wouldn't overreact like KG. KG gone to the brink of the overreaction, but that's his team. I can't take that away from him. Shane overreact, probably, but not as bad as KG. But that's your team, and you got a right to feel how you want. But one game.
I'll tell you what, if we didn't win, if we didn't lose because the kicker missed the field goal. Like say we had lose because just like our offense come out again, then stink up the junk on the last drive again, it'd have probably been a more upset. But we were in position to still win the game.
But you know why that last looked bad? Because what KG said at the start of the show is a loss to PJ Walker. If that was to Deshaun Watson, it would not be oh, the 49ers didn't look good or what. The fact is that they had PJ Walker in there.
Mhm.
And he wasn't even with the Browns until probably the second week or something. I think that's why the last kind of look, I want to say look bad, but
He would, he would,
it get
he would have
more
quarterback.
poised to it.
He would have quarterback, but he didn't do shit.
Exactly.
I gotta say, he was a quarterback, but he really didn't do shit in that game.
You know, the thing is, like you see, people that watch the game will understand, but all always gonna see
Yeah,
the
PJ Walker
49ers
beat the
lose to
finals.
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why it get more attention
and
than how
that's
it
they're gonna
is.
say the same thing against the Eagles, right?
Well, I ain't
Because
hear nobody yet say the Zach Attack beat the Eagles. I ain't see that yet.
I think Zach Wilson's name just staying, but again, it's our last. Zach Wilson's the quarterback. You lost to Zach Wilson.
How many yards he threw?
I don't even know how much he should.
Can you yards Zach Wilson threw? I ain't hear he
100
named that
something,
once. I ain't hear
Barely.
he named that once. What he completions in attempts was?
He threw for 186. 90 for 33.
See? Oh God.
And you still lose to that. So that's what you lost to.
Oh, but then again,
No turnovers.
the strength of the Jets this week was the defense. The weakness for IU was the offense. So it gonna add up. The defense kept the Jets in the game, forced the turnovers, and made the offense easy to score points. Whereas you made your defense have to work harder with the picks in good field position, and then you just make some costly turnovers. I mean, the thing is, PJ Walker had 2 picks, so it's not like he come out there and trade. He didn't trade the 5-9. He had 2 picks, but at the end of the day, he was still a quarterback.
You were the captain of the ship.
Captain of the ship. The only team that got quarterback that nobody the ball, the captain of the ship, is Zach Wilson, except for that game against the Chiefs. Or they're gonna say PJ Walker led team beat the 49ers. But you're gonna hear Zach Wilson led. You're gonna see New York Jets defense stifles Philadelphia Eagles. That's gonna be the headlines. But I mean, one game. The thing is, none of y'all expect to go undefeated. That's just reality. You're gonna have a loss here or there that you ain't gonna be proud of.
I was looking for the last.
Is it a trend? No, I don't think it's a trend, but one game, one salty game. I think Shane and them, the 49ers, they must have get harassed from all that banging that we hear too, because they had to be hurting them ears with all that banging that them fans are there doing too. I couldn't take it through a headset, so more or less everybody that in that stadium. Well, I think the important part for that 49ers is health. I think you could get away with a unhealthy Ayuk. I don't think you could get away with an unhealthy McCaffrey. That's just how I see it. Maybe I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. I ain't putting a stamp on analyst or anything. That's just how I see it. Because I know how valuable he is out of the backfield, through the air, and on the ground. I mean, Debo could do the same thing, but if Ayuk ain't there, then Debo assumes the responsibility as the more wide receiver with McCaffrey there. But I don't believe you could play it as good without the McCaffrey. That's how I see the 49ers offense. Because if you guys ask someone to list your priority, how come McCaffrey, Debo, and Ayuk, more than likely everybody might put Ayuk number 3 as priority. I would put him number 3. It's not to say he's a bad player, but in terms of priority on that team, I going with McCaffrey first, then Debo, then think, because which last gonna sting the most? More or less, if both of them can't play, that last gonna sting even worse. And that's what happened. That's what happened. See, but you see, that's why we're trying to think of too, Shane. Because I keep saying that Purdy is a product of Shanahan's system. Without them 2 there, he required to do more.
I just think that the personnel that came in to replace those 2, and then like KJ was saying, putting Shanahan keep the same scheme. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to change up. Like you got Ray McLeod, you got Joan Jennings, and they even put Elijah Mitchell because he just come back after they were running Johnny Mason. Johnny Mason's a power back. He ain't an elusive back like Mitchell and like McCaffrey. They may even bring in TDP. So I don't know if even he make the roster. I didn't even see Ronnie Bell, who's a more explosive receiver than Joan Jennings. You got River Cloud. I see the little, River Clouds around the end of runs. There was no end of runs run this game at all. No run on the runs. Nobody in motion. Kittle wasn't in motion. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but again, at the same day, it's like you still got Kittle. You still had Ayuk. It's like,
But
Jordan.
let me ask you a question. You consider Ayuk wide receiver 1?
I do.
So
I do.
what tier in terms of the league that you put Ayuk in?
He's a top 10 wide receiver.
No, I mean, okay, I can understand. So you put him in a tier with Jefferson and Chase and them?
I do.
Okay,
on his route running capability, I think he's one of the nastiest route runners in the league right now. I think he's really one of the nastiest route runners. And I think he took the number 1 spot from Debo because he is the number 1 receiver. He get the most targets on the team. Maybe it's just because Paulie like him, but it's very close because we saw that when Debo could take over a game too. And we saw it. We know what Debo could do. But I think in terms of the complete wide receiver, I think Ayuk is the number 1 because he could do the route running and in the catching.
Jesus, would you put Ayuk in a category as a Justin Jefferson's and Jamar Chase and them?
Not yet, because we haven't seen consistency from Ayuk playing at that level, at that position as yet. I think you've seen it 1 year, and I think this year where he's been dominant as a wide receiver so far, but you haven't seen him being dominant from start to finish. So I don't put him in that. I don't put him as in the level of Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and those guys is it.
Okay, in my eyes, I think he's wide receiver 1, but low end for the but that's not a knock on him. It's just that Jefferson, the offense revolve around Jefferson. The offense revolve around Chase. The offense don't revolve around Ayuk. That's no knock on him. That just means you got a lot of playmakers. Well, I don't consider him high wide receiver 1. Again, whoever watches the show, that's everyone's opinion. That's not a fact or not. That's just how our opinion. And I feel he's a low end wide receiver 1. But he will get paid because he makes plays. Because when I think this is last year and he contract.
Yeah. So this is who I compare him to him. This is for all the football fans out here. And this is how I compare his situation to is a situation like the Cincinnati Bengals of past. Ocho Cinco, Houshmandzadeh, and what he named? Henry. You could really say out there like, yeah, you want to say that Ocho Cinco was number 1. Or Houshmandzadeh was really on he asked.
Houshmandzadeh didn't do good after he leaves Cincinnati.
No, he didn't do it after in Cincinnati.
No, he mean in Cincinnati, Houshmandzadeh.
Yeah. They like something like what Cincinnati have this year, but they really ain't using it because you got Chase, you got Boyd, you got Higgins, what should be that 3-headed monster, but they just can't get them all in sync. But Cincinnati of old, when Palmer was back there with Ocho Cinco, Houshmandzadeh, and Brown, that team was a deadly team to deal with as a wide receiver. And I think that's what it is. You had one game, you had Houshmandzadeh will go off. One game, you have Ocho Cinco will go off. Henry will go off on one side from the slot. It's kind of like that kind of fathom. Yeah, KB, I think you say like he inconsistent, but I don't think that's really fair on Ayuk because last year he had to deal with 3 quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was. I think he was coming first year though. Yeah, first year. Yeah, I ain't gonna say.
Yeah, first year. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be consistent from start to finish.
Yeah,
you can't.
Like
I just can't put him in a.
Right,
I can't put him in a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill.
I understand your point, Keith. I do understand your point.
That is it.
I do understand your point.
You gotta show consistency at a point.
Yeah, I can't. And like I said, because you got so much playmakers, it's not.
I didn't even put Devontae Smith in there yet.
But that's the thing. You see, like them to me, both of them is what low end wide receiver ones. To the simple fact that they're really good. But when you go against the Vikings, you can't stop Justin Jefferson. You can only contain what he can get. Same thing with Chase. Same thing with Tyreek Hill. But you could go there and say, are you ain't gonna touch me like how them fellas gonna touch? Right. Even to say like somebody like a CeeDee Lamb. I don't consider CeeDee Lamb up in them thing. The Cowboys got him as their wide receiver 1. But to me, CD Lamb in a you measure to me as the same in terms of what they could do. Very talented, but I don't have them as wide receiver one. They under the tier of Justin Jefferson and them. I just don't have them in that tier. Cause CD Lamb could take off when he want, but there's no consistency. His one is different to Ayuk because, like I say, Ayuk he got to split the ball with McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle, Jawan Jennings. Them CD Lamb ain't got nobody to split the ball with. No Gallup and them ain't taking away CD Lamb thing. But like I said,
that's the problem because when I'm shutting down, that's it for Dallas.
Then that's the problem. That's the problem. The thing is, like, if you shut Jefferson down, it's a guarantee last Minnesota getting. If you shut Chase down, it's a close to about a 60-70% Cincinnati gonna lose. If you shut Tyreek down and he don't get them big plays, you're gonna more likely have a fluttering Dolphins offense. Them is feels that you call as we watch it. We watch it in Madden when we played this. So them is the X factors.
Mm-hmm.
He's to me, Ayuk is a superstar like on Madden. I can't carry him to X factor status. No, but the thing is, the Niners got X factor status already. That's McCaffrey. He's an X factor. Kittle could be an X factor in a tight end. The tight end was, but I don't put things. So that's why I was saying that I think a bigger loss to me is McCaffrey than thing. But maybe we'll see when Tuesday come because then you may have a different opinion on it. Well, Tuesday, when we get a 3 question, 3 answers, we'll go into that more in depth when it comes around. All right, so I mean, like I said, usually this show you're speaking right after the game, so your heart's still in it. So when you got time to digest and watch the film, then you can talk more about the game. But for tonight, I mean, Shane's game at 1 o'clock, my game at 1 o'clock. He just come off a he game. You still ain't got enough time to digest what happened. So you speak more from maybe your gut in your heart than being level-headed. So Tuesday, we'll dive back into it, give out our game bar, trash bags, 3 questions, 3 answers, and look forward to next week. In week 7, like I said, I'll have a boy so I can relax this week. Shane's game is Monday night, and KG
My game is Sunday
night. So we got time to talk about those 2 games. Like I said, the only win I have is that I ain't got to see the Panthers stink up the joint next week. So it should be a better week for me. But so we'll see what happens. I don't really want to show the picks now because I sure all of us got to see him picks for Sunday night and Monday night. Ain't a damn soul pick the Giants. And ain't a damn soul pick. Well, I ain't know who picked the Cowboys. I don't know who picked Cowboys. So I don't want to show it now because then you're going to know the answer before Tuesday come. Because I know you ain't nobody pick no Cowboys and no Giants. So whatever the answer is no, that's the answer for Tuesday. So I don't really want to show it no.
We'll save it for Tuesday.
Save it for Tuesday because we don't know what the answer is. Whoever up no, he ain't changing it. I ain't think nobody pick no Cowboys. Wait, just to be clear, anybody pick the Cowboys?
No.
You know I picked no fucking Cowboys.
Exactly. So whatever was to show up no would be the same next on Monday and Tuesday. So don't show it. All right. So I mean that brings us to the end of our post-game reaction show. Like I said, not a good Sunday. All L's across the board. But that's the NFL season for you. You win some, you lose some. You just got to know how to get away from it. We'll see how it goes Tuesday with a more level-headed thing. Like I said, be sure to like and subscribe the page. Keep active on us. Send us your thoughts. Send us your requests. We're heavy on Twitter. We post a lot on Twitter and Facebook. And you can always send us messages there. And if you ever want to join the show, talk some football with us, send us a DM. We'll always answer and get you guys on the show. Outside of that, I don't I know about any injuries, like serious injuries. that are hurt. Justin Fields had an injury. I said dislocated thumb.
We don't know yet. We got shoulders, obliques, and Trent Williams in a boot. So I don't know yet.
Right, so we'll find out more from on Tuesday. They don't usually hit so early Sunday, but we'll find out from it. But outside of that, that's it for me. Another week of football. We're in week 6, heading to week 7, so the season is in full swing. I don't know if you guys got anything else, but that's it for me.
Yeah, thing is.
I ain't got shit else.
Yes. See,
All right.
Ashes.
All right. So with that said, outside.